Hey guys, I'm Suryanarayan and this is a 2022 Ducati Panigale V4. You heard it right. Now this one makes 215 horsepower, which 1.5 horsepower more than the previous bike, and new fairing, new design. At the bottom you can see new outlets to reduce the temperature, heat and increase the performance of the engine. So the new double profile wings which comes in the stock, it's produced 38 kg downforce over 300 km per hour. So here more room for your hand when you tuck in, just like this. So the heart of this bike is represented by 1103 Desmos DC Stradate, the MotoGP inspired engine. So the two new exhaust outlets are 38 mm wider, so it's too loud when you ride it. At the front end you can see Showa BPF 43 mm fully adjustable upside down forks. At the down 330 mm twin disc with the Brembo Stylema brakes. More sharper, more aggressive. You can see Diablo Super Corsa at the front and rear. 120 section is on the front, 200 section is on the back. So 70cc alloy wheels repainted to bronze gold. These are 4 power modes: Street, Sport, Race B, Race A. On the Street, the power is restricted to 150 horsepower, and on the Sport you have the softer maps in the Sport and the Race B on the first, second, third gears. On the Race B and the Race A you got the full horsepower, 250 horsepower on your wheel, and packaged with all the electronics on the world. The seats are now flatter and improved coating, so the tendency of the rider's body to move forward when hard braking is reduced. So the swing arm pole is 5 mm taller. It increases the stability at the corners and reduces the anti-squat effect. So if the 215 horsepower is not enough for you, the Ducati offers an Acropolis titanium full system exhaust which produces 12.5 horsepower more. So that's basically more powerful because the bike will have 228 horsepower. The confidence it inspires in the corner entry is unbelievable, and that's not even the party trick. The party trick is what happens in the middle of the corner, because that's where the second generation engine braking control really kicks in, because the way it works when you are first braking really hard on the straight when the bike is upright. I cannot talk about the 6th gear and the gains that are made at the top end, because the bike after 300 km per hour just does dash dash dash. So you can't really find out what speed you are actually doing, but yeah, the bike did feel a lot stronger up top. It's still a freaking monster when you ride it in the full power mode, where you only have the soft mats in the first gear, and then after, all hell break loose. It still becomes a lot more difficult to manage, but again, compared to the previous generation, it's still very manageable. Most of the weight is at the front, yeah, that when the engine braking doesn't really kicks in full force. It only kicks in when the rear is down and you are going closer to the apex of the corner.